Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a Saturday night, I think he said Friday then, Saturday night stream, racestation.net.
It's been a long day.
Yep. Tonight is the Project Cars Race Station group as they start round 2 at Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. Is it 21 laps tonight, Vern, is it?
21 laps, yeah, half-hour qualifying, 21 lap race.
Now, do we think there's going to be any fuel strategies, pit stopping within 21 laps, or are they going to, these Ginettas going to do the whole distance?
No, there is a mandatory pit stop in this league.
Mandatory pit?
There is a mandatory pit stop in this league. I don't think the cars would have run out of fuel or tyres if they didn't pit, but it's been set the way they have to.
Right. So obviously they're going to optimise that and pit whenever they like, as long as it's once within the 20. Right, okay then.
Yeah,
so
there was
lap 10, 11 would be ideal.
Yeah, some people, the winner of the race in the end actually filled his car up. It was actually Goose in the end who no, it wasn't Goose, sorry, it was I can't remember the name now. But yeah, basically the winner of the race last week actually filled his fuel tank all the way to the brim, so that when he pitted he only stopped for tyres. There were some people who filled half a tank, so then lighter at the beginning, but they had to stop for fuel and tyres when they pitted, and therefore lost out at the end. So
well, because I'm assuming the rule is that the like GT, you're not allowed to refuel and change your tyres at the same time.
The pit stops are it's a bit. It was a bit
pit crew, right? I think.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult to judge last week because I think it's like on GT Sport, you don't get the best view in the pit lane on this game, so it's a bit difficult to judge sometimes.
Yep. Now I've been watching these guys run a little bit of practice. I've noticed that Carl, I believe his name is, he's in first. He's currently in first at the moment, running around the track. He's been pretty quick, to be honest with you. He
took pole position last week, but foolishly didn't ready up by the time the race started, and as a result actually missed the race. On this game, when in that you have like that 2-minute practice period between quali and race, they use that as a 2-minute break in this league. Oh, it was Cole's.
Oh, there's been a bit of bump in there.
Yeah, Cole's been blocked there.
Got blocked a bit, yeah, we're very happy.
Instantly returns to pits, which was actually discussed in the FIA during the week and was advised that drivers don't do that. So,
well, I was advised not to return back to the pit.
It was advised not to use the menu to press return to pit. You're advised to drive round the lap like you would have to in real life, like we do in all other leagues.
Sure.
Because especially there was some occasions where people would sort of get in the way of others while they were navigating the menu. So they were advised to be at least a bit careful. But Friday GTRP is currently in first on the 130.8. Starting to see some lap times.
Have we got like an automatic director?
Yeah, you should see. Have you not got
Am I watching what you watch? Can you do me a favour? Can you change from watching Friday to watch someone else? Because I can't change what spectator I'm watching. I think I'm stuck on. Yeah, so you've just changed to Slicker, right?
So I'm watching your stream. So you're limited to. Oh, that's interesting.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. Okay, well that's good because it means I'm able to commentate on what you're seeing, and I'm not able to.
Yeah, so I'm in full control. Okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
Brilliant.
That's good to know.
So if I want to look at something and I'm not seeing it, I'm blaming you.
Alright? Yeah, that's fine. in the race, we do on the left-hand side on where it shows the positions, we do get to see the gap. So we'll better keep an eye on that.
Well, right now I've got Friday in pole with a 1:30.1, and a second behind him, or a second and a half behind him,
Yep.
is the new guy, H7.
Yep.
He's
and
actually
then,
the new guy for the league this year.
yeah,
the
he
championship,
signed
isn't he?
he signed up this week. It's his debut in the league.
Okay, so
He
I've never
wasn't
seen
at the
him
first
actually.
round.
I've never seen him race. I've got no idea about his skills at all. But that's a fairly decent
It's not a bad
start to
start.
his. Not a bad start to his race station career, no. As Friday goes a tenth faster in through sector 1 than anyone else.
Well, that's obviously up on his own time.
Yeah, loving the Ginettas van as well. Got to be honest with you.
They're nice looking cars. I mean, I've seen them real life, and they are quite good fun to watch.
Yeah, I see him at Brands a few years ago as a support race for the touring cars, but it was a few years ago. Don't ask me when, because I wasn't interested. I think I was too busy buying alcohol and hot dogs in between races.
Yes, I mean,
Where did you see him?
I saw him at Thruxton this year and a couple of years ago. And the people who drive them, they're normally the younger generation, and they're nuts.
Yeah, well, they don't have two categories. They have like a Ginetta Juniors, don't they, as well?
Which are even more crazy. Obviously.
I don't have much knowledge with the lower categories. I'm a bit of a snob.
Friday improved, 29.9.
First man into the 29s. That's a good lap time around here.
Let's have a look. Those haven't set a lap here. Let's keep an eye on Goose. Let's see what Goose is doing. I'm not sure if this is a flying lap or an out lap.
Yeah, I'd expect him to be somewhere in the high 20s, if I'm honest, because a GT3 car does about a low 120 something round here, so I'm assuming the Ginettas, even though they are a GT3 class, or they GT4, they're GT4, aren't they? Sorry, yeah, GT4 class, so
Yeah.
I'd expect him to be a little down on that. Oh, has someone gone
in
into
the gravel
gravel? Yeah, Paddock Hill, I heard a little bit of a rumbling.
Might have been VW. It might have been VW.
Ah, the F1 driver.
Yeah.
Ain't moonlighting tonight, is he? Moonlighting.
Oh, him and Mother
in
Goose
between
Rouge.
races. And Goose, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot Goose, yeah. And BK, well.
Oh, obviously tonight Matthew is not able to join, but he's messaging me saying that he's watching. So, hello Matthew. Shame he can't be here.
Yeah. Nice of you to join us, Hotshot.
Goose goes a little bit wide.
Goose gets a little bit of gravel on his tyres as he takes it through Dingle Dell. Down the dip. Actually, I lie. This is Dingle Dell. Tricky little corners again on Brands. It's a difficult little track, Brands.
I think he's backed off.
One of them.
Backed off.
Yeah, I think it's one of them. I think it's the grass. See, he's done the same thing there. He returned the menu too.
I think I've just read the rule. It was basically if you do that, you must do so safely, like make sure there's no one around you.
Yeah, well that's
which is fine.
I suppose. Yeah. I mean, the difficulty with this track is the edges of the track. It's all grass or gravel. So if you make a mistake, it's a nightmare basically.
Yeah, there's no margin for error. There's like turn 1, you've got a little bit of Astro.
Yep.
I suppose turn 2 is, as you see there, is the only place where there is a bit of tarmac runoff if you do go deep. But other than that, yeah, there is no margin for error on the inside or outside.
Which definitely makes it for me one of the greatest tracks to race on.
BK's 8/10 up on his own time at the moment. He's currently P7.
Okay.
At the moment, that'll get him to... That might move him up one position as it stands.
Well, that's still 3 seconds off the pace though, Vern.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he might be finding a bit more time. There he goes, now 1 second up. Which will put him...
So he's found a little bit through sector 2.
if he keeps his last sector right, he might find himself potentially getting in between, just ahead of VW, I reckon. This might get ahead of VW if he keeps him going.
That'll put him in sort of 6th or 5th if he keeps it nice and tidy.
Nice last corner.
Comes through clearways now, onto the straight, keeps it planted, and he goes...
6th.
Oh, he gets into 6th.
I would have thought he would have stayed to the inside
still
there,
behind
though.
Friday. Yeah, well, I think he was getting a bit excited there. It looks like these cars are bouncing around an awful lot on that straight.
Yeah, maybe they don't spin their rears up or anything.
They do look like they're quite stiffly sprung, if I'm honest. I did have a little go myself earlier. And yeah, they was quite tricky.
Ooh.
Hats off to these guys. Obviously no assists with these guys tonight.
All that looked like a bit of a cut there from Wamban, to be honest. Going through Dingledale.
Do you think that's why he's backed off? I think that's why he might have backed off a bit.
It looks like he... Yeah, I think he's backed off, is he?
Looks like he's maybe still pushing, but maybe to get the heat in the tyres to go for another hot lap.
Another one.
There's not long to go of qualifying, I don't think.
It's still 18 minutes. If you look top of the screen.
Is he still 18? Yep, okay, yep, got that, yep.
It's a half an hour quali session.
Yeah, I only just managed to see that there, Vern. It's quite greyed out, that.
Alright, Cole, who you said was, Cole, who you said was really quick, moved into P3, but he's 1.5 seconds
P3
off.
now, right, yeah. Yeah, okay.
And he's gone deep into Grand Hill. Enough. I'm doing to you. I'm naming the wrong corners now.
I don't really know the names of the corners. I just make them up, Bunch.
So who else have we got? The D. Oh, camera's lost the D. There we go. Currently P4. Now he was one who was up towards the front throughout the majority of the race at the Oschersleben last week, so he might be one to look out for as well.
Yep.
Goose has still yet to set a time. Which is a bit surprising.
Do you think he might be just sort of biding his time, waiting for the track to empty up a little bit? As you say, there's still quite a lot of time left. Maybe maybe the track evolution might improve.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'll keep on board with him, see if he does actually set a lap time.
I've got a nice bonnet cam now of Goose.
Unfortunately, I can't get rid of the menu at the bottom, it looks like.
Well, I've got quite a nice view there. That's pretty cool.
I suppose, yeah, you not being in control, you may not have all the menus at the bottom of the screen that I've got. Oh, bit of a bounce, but just keeping it within the limits of the track. Very sensitive to the curbs and the bumps, it looks like, these cars.
Yeah, they certainly are. Yeah, like I say, they do feel quite sort of tightly sprung. So.
Oh, that's deep. That's a little bit deep. Probably not the most ideal line there, but this should still get him up the field.
Hope so.
BK goes into the pits in front of him. Goose goes second. 29.999.
That's a good lap, yeah.
He's just over half a tenth off Friday.
Yep.
Alright, let's see who else we've got.
With 15 minutes still to go. Down to the last 15. So with a sort of a 1.5 minute lap, you're looking at 3 minutes for an out lap.
Oh.
So yeah, these guys have still got a little bit of time to get out there and do a bit. We've got a nice top 4 all within a second.
Yeah, and then Cole, I'd expect Cole to jump in that gap somewhere. He's currently 4/10 up on his time.
Yeah, just gone green. As he comes round the Hawthorne.
Oh, he chucks it in through there, and it just about sticks.
Yep. Looks like you got a nice exit too.
I mean, I've not seen the entire lap, but the second half of the laps look pretty good. 1.1 up. This is going to put him right up there with the top 2.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully you can keep the rest of the lap clean. Coming up to the tricky last turn of clearways. Takes that nice. Catches a little bit of curb.
Oh, just keeps it on.
Any more to the left, that could have been dangerous. And he crosses the line, and he does indeed. Bang it in pole.
Look at that, another 29.9.
Another 29.9.
3 cars, less than a tenth apart.
What's that, 300ths of a second there, difference? That's pretty tight. It's going to be an another interesting battle. 900ths
between the top 3. As good as.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, trying to navigate these menus. Oh, hello. Friday's off.
Oh, and he looks like he smashed up his windscreen pretty bad.
Smashed up
it looks like he smashed up all his windscreens. Every bit of glass on the car is broken.
BK last week was I think the winner of the amount of damage suffered last week. The front end of his car was well and truly battered in the race. I don't think there was actually anything left of it by the time he retired. That was a wham bam, because he was P2 not too long ago. Now all of a sudden he finds himself in P5.
Right, okay.
He's 3/10 down. This ain't going to improve him. And Slicker again, 3/10 down. No, he's wide as
Jack.
What?
Oh, it's non-race related, so I'll talk to you afterwards.
Okay, no problem. So his H78 is the new guy.
Let's just say Just Eat want a lot more information than Hungry House do. Oh, and we've got someone's pulling over there. Is that to let him through? Yeah, that's very nice.
That's
very nice.
Moving over. Does H78 improve, or is this an outlap? Not quite sure half the time, so it's not the...
Oh, that's good. Okay, I like that little thing you got there. That's good. Little bar across the bottom.
Yeah, I'm able to switch between views and such if I need to. I would like to keep the camera views on rotating on all, but it does mean I get a rear view angle like that, which I'm not the biggest fan of, to be honest.
But do you know what though, looking at that there though, right, it looks, see that view there, I would say that doesn't look any better than Gran Turismo. But the third person view, I'd say that does look better than Gran Turismo. It's weird, isn't it? The detail in the back of the car looks awesome. Whereas there it doesn't look that great. It looks kind of pixelated, doesn't it? With the numbers.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Whereas I think the other view looks much more detailed. Not that I'm a graphics whore or anything, but... And V-Dubs smashes one in there, still in the top 10.
Still ninth. I think that was an outlap, so it didn't come up with a sector time when he crossed the line.
Yeah.
So I think... it looked like he invalidated, so I've got on the bottom right hand corner of my screen, said VW invalidated his lap time for track limits.
Yeah, okay, yep. So he might have, looks like he cut a corner there.
Or used too much curb somewhere. One of the two.
We'll go for cutting a corner. I know V-Dub.
It also looks like he's, I don't know if it's the lighting, but his brake lights, the right-hand side of his brake lights look like they're not working.
Oh.
I don't know if it's just,
Well, I do believe it might be a regulation that all lights have got to be
yeah,
functional.
look, he's obviously rear-ended the car into the wall somewhere, and that's another cut, I think.
There's another cut there. He takes it a bit wide as well. It looks like he's struggling with that Ginetta.
And another cut. Perfect view of that. Yeah, he's backed off.
This might be getting back to the pits.
Let's keep an eye on BK. Currently down in last place. He's had. He's been in the wars as well.
I've had a request from BK's team actually to give him a bit of airtime tonight. Supposedly he looks like he's been in the wars as our BK.
Yeah, unfortunately, so it looks like he's been bit of front end damage on that car.
Exploring the limits, as they'd say. Brown flag time, BK. Brown flag time. So we're just coming up to 8 minutes remaining. 8.5 minutes left qualifying. It's been an interesting quali so far. There's been some hot laps, some pretty bad laps,
some crashes, some bashes, and some interesting lines.
Yeah, let's hope the teams can repair the cars for the race.
BK's going off there as Joe just about keeps it on. Let's have a quick look at the timing screen while we're at it.
Oh, fuck you.
So, Carl W is on top. He's done 7 laps so far. 129.9. Friday GTR, also 129.9. And you got Goose just about in the 129.9s, as BK, I think, has done the entire middle sector on the grass. And then moves out of the way. Goose is 4th. No, Goose is 4th now. Wham Bam's moved to the top. 29.8.
Okay. Yeah, wow, that's a first man in the 28. Yep. Did you say?
29.8. It's the first one outside.
29.8. Okay, yeah. First,
beyond the 29.9.
Okay, so, yeah, yeah.
And then D in 5th. Slicker 6th. H78 7th. Soul in 8th. VW in 9th. GTP 10th, and BK down in 11th. BK, unfortunately, 2.5 seconds off the pace at the moment.
But it could all happen. It could all happen in the race, you know. It could all happen in the race. He's a good little racer.
GTP looks like also in a similar liveried car to BK. Also has had a bit of a run in with the wall somewhere. GTP looks like he's finishing a lap, but he's got a faster car approaching behind him. That's Wham Bam, the current pole sitter. Wham Bam doesn't improve. 6 minutes to go. Now, what has Carl or Friday or Goose got in their locker to respond to that 29.8?
Well, I think if anyone in that top 5 has got anything left, they've left out there on the table, now's the time to go
As I say, that Friday.
Oh,
big crash! A big smash on the.
Smash there at the exit of Clearways there, I think.
Who was
at fault.
It was Cole and BK.
There's a car stuck.
There's a
BK
glitchy.
Still stuck on the inside. There's a glitchy car in the pits. Is that BK? BK, what's happened to BK there?
I don't know. He's obviously had a spin cut at the last corner. Unfortunately, Carl's come across him, but BK ain't moving.
No. Yeah, I wonder if he's all right. Maybe we might need to get the doctors down to him.
But while we were talking all that, Friday as we were talking about who can possibly get on pole, Friday did. On
Friday went and smashed one in there, did he?
29.6.
Wow. Okay.
So
he's obviously shaved. He's found quite a bit of time since we was last watching him. Now, Wham Bam's gone out, but he's got quite a bit of fuel on board there, so I'm kind of expecting him to stay out, maybe do a few laps, get that fuel down a bit, and then go for it right at the end. He's got 6.5 litres of fuel there, so that's more than enough to see him do a few laps.
He's wide though.
Oh, he runs a bit wide.
No.
He keeps
and
it.
he's in the wall.
Gets
That's
a nice
big
bash off the tyre wall
with
there.
the wall.
That must have caused some damage.
Yeah, you can see the left-hand side of the bonnet is a bit folded over. What about Cole? He looked like he might have been on for a quicker lap until he came across a BK in the last corner there.
Yep.
3 minutes 50 to go. There's not a lot of time left. A couple of laps maximum. I believe this will be an out lap for Carl.
In the bag, it says.
Carl starts another lap. Can he respond?
Yep. Well, I think this is his last. Oh no, maybe he's got one more.
He'll have one more available, I think. So I think like GT Sport, qualifying ends as soon as the clock hits 0. There's no time to finish the lap you're on when the clock does hit 0.
Right, okay.
If I remember correctly.
Yep, I think you're right, yep.
Don't play Project Cars that much, so if I'm wrong, I do apologise.
No, it's not like no, you're right, it's not like F1. There's no you don't get to start your laps, and as the clock runs out, that's it. So in the last couple of minutes now,
it's looking a slightly better lap for Cole.
Looks like Friday's got the pole. Wham Bam in second. Cole's on track at the moment, but he's down. I mean, he's not down by much, but he's down. Mother Goose in fourth.
Oh, Cole's backed off.
He's backed off, yeah. Maybe is he finding a bit of track space there?
Yeah, because I think he had Goose right in front of him.
Still got that glitchy car in the pit. That might cause a few issues. Hopefully not.
What can Goose do? Friday's staying in the pits. Friday's done. So
well,
he
I don't
can't
think,
improve.
to be honest, he maybe knows. You know yourself, don't you? When you've put it all out there, you know you can't do any more. So maybe he's like, well, even if he does get my time gets beaten, there's not much I can do to respond.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be happy with that anyway. I'll be happy with that.
Oh, VW and Goose both off. Goose had found a 10th, nearly 2 tenths. So he was improving, but he's blown it now.
Yeah. Oh, that might bode well for the race. He might be able to take a little bit of confidence into the race, knowing that he's quicker. Oh, the D's quit out. Okay, so I think that's it. 30 seconds left. There is a few cars on track coming.
Wham Bam might still...
There's a few cars now approaching Clearways and Clark Curve. I think there's 3 or 4 cars coming down there now.
Yeah, Goose been one, but he's 6 tenths down, I think. I think it just popped up on my screen there. But he'd ran wide. So this won't be an improvement. We have still got that glitchy car.
Yeah. Might
Oh,
be there all
Cole.
race now.
Cole was snuck in there.
Yep, Cole was whacked it in there by 3/10. Awesome lap
29.3.
there by awesome lap.
Oh, qualifying complete. So they do get to finish the lap. So Wham Bam actually backing off there on his last lap meant he couldn't cross the line. If he hadn't done that, he would have been able to do another lap.
Yeah, he should have stayed on track.
What about Goose? He's got VW right in front of him. VW's got to run wide again.
Oh, he's run really wide.
Oh, he took Goose with him.
Backwards. Oh, he took Goose with him. Oh, God.
What about Soul? Or Slicker, sorry.
It was almost similar to where Johnny Herbert crashed back in his Formula 4 days.
Yeah, unfortunately for Goose, it's I think with the time he wasn't able to sort of back off, allowing a bit more space. If he had done so, he might have. Well, he would have avoided that, and would have been able to.
The stewards might have a look at that.
Soul's improving. He's up about nearly 8 tenths up on his time at the moment. So this will move him up to.
He comes
probably P6 if he gets this right.
Clearways. Round the Clark curve. Onto the Brabham straight. What's he got left? This is it.
The
last chance saloon for Soul.
And he goes 6th. He does go 6th.
And he stays in 6th. Did he go up to 6th?
Yeah, he moved up.
Okay,
he moved up from 9th.
He moved up. So I think that's our grid.
It is. VW's the only one and he's in the pits, but that's it.
Yep, I think we've got Cole, Friday, Wham, Goose, the D.
Soul
in 6th, Slicker in 7th, the new boy in 8th, VW 9th, Bresson in rounding up in 10th. Is there more than 10?
Yeah,
11,
BK
12?
in 11th, and that's it.
And BK rounding up 11th. But I know BK will be disappointed with that, but
exactly.
As I say, it's a long old race. We've got 21 laps.
Exactly 3 seconds. Oh, we're straight into the race. Look at this.
Straight in. So I'm not going to do a countdown because I messed it up the other night. So we'll just wait for the lights to go. Looks like we're getting ready for the flag to go or the lights to drop, which is we're waiting for.
Unless we are waiting for a bit of time, we're just watching the grid for a few minutes. We'll see.
Where's the grid girls? Where they at? I can hear some helicopters. Oh, here we go. We're getting another little menu screen there. All right.
So yeah, so just to confirm the grid, make sure there weren't any like penalties or anything.
So you join us now for race 2, racestation.net, Project Cars 2. You join us for a Saturday night feast.
And as you can see, as I'm flicking through the grid, you can see the amount of fuel each driver is going with initially.
All right, yeah. Yeah, there's someone's on, who's that on 20, someone was on 20 laps then. So some of them have half fueled and some of them have brimmed it.
Yep, there's a different variety of ideas and strategies going on. BK at the moment's got 95.
Right, so BK's going to get running to the moon, isn't he? Where's he going to? You haven't got to drive it home afterwards, BK. It's all right, mate.
You do realise that the truck takes you to the next round. You don't drive there yourself.
Oh, I think we're under starters orders, are we? Yep, we're under starters orders.
Here we go.
Red lights. So the lights are out. We're green. The lights out. Away we go. Oh, we got someone stuck on the grid there. Someone, I think, VW stuck on the grid. Cole gets a great start though. Pulls away. They're 3 abreast as they come down Paddock Hill towards Druids. Cole's got a great start out in front there, followed by Friday. Wham closely tucking in behind him. Mother Goose looking eager. Right behind Goose is the D. Oh, we got a spinner. We got a spinner down at Graham Hill.
It's the D and...
Looks like his teammate.
Goose? Yeah, it's the 2 teammates.
It's his teammate. Oh, it's Golden Rule. Golden Rule in motor racing, boys. Come on. Never take out your teammate.
I think Goose spun it and unfortunately D got caught up in that. VW has got going, but A bit belated.
As the cars streak away now down Hawthorne Hill, round Hawthorne Bend.
Already getting a little bit spread out as a result of that little collision there.
Goose will be kicking himself there that he's got quite a lot of laps to catch up, but what a place to lose it on the first lap's never good, because you're driving with frustration then for the rest of the race, and
yeah,
an angry driver's not a happy driver.
So Carl already over a second out in front.
So they come around now to complete lap 1 of 21. Carl out in front now by a second. Friday looks, has he got a bit of damage there? No, he hasn't. Sorry, that's just the way I'm looking at the car bonnet there. But the cars are getting quite gapped out there, Vern.
Yeah, there's already, I say, it's 1 point over a second between the top two, and then there's a further 1.5 seconds nearly to Wham Bam in third. And
now, Wham Bam's got it looks like Wham Bam's got very little fuel out of all of the top runners there. He's only got 19, I think they're litres or laps, whatever that may be.
I think that's litres.
So he's going to have to pit a lot sooner than everyone else around him. So he should be up front, really.
Yeah, Friday's on 43.
Yeah.
And Carl's on 51.
I mean, Carl's got it in the bag, surely.
Sol 41.
And you've got two cars battling there. It's BK battling with his teammate.
BK's gone with 92 kilos. So he's...
Yeah, well, he's well, they've all got a pit, but obviously he's not going to pit for fuel. He's just going to put some new boots on. And
no, another one. That's the D who went with only 17 as well, so he's got to fuel up in his stop. And the Goose at the back.
So I said to say, I'm not too sure on the pits regulations whether they're allowed to refuel the car while they change the tyres. If that is the case, then that strategy would work. But I think it is. I think they change the tyres first and then put the fuel in.
No, we've got a bit of
a bit of a battle.
Oh, hello, someone's in the wall. Who?
Wow, that was a nice straight.
That was H78.
He's our new driver there. I don't know why he's taking to the inside so much there. I don't know whether that... Someone's going slow around Druids there. Very clean move by... Yeah. Very clean move by Wham there, I think. It was a clean move around the outside.
It was Slicker who made that move.
Slicker, right.
Wham's all already on his own.
Back. Oh, so, yep.
Friday's now 2 seconds behind Carl.
Carl's just disappearing.
Carl is the only one to set a lap under 1 minute 30 at the moment.
And he's not even the lightest one out there with fuel. He's got quite a lot of fuel too. So
he's obviously very confident.
Some strange things going on at Brands Hatch this evening.
The battle for fourth looks like is
bit of a battle yet with
Slicker, Sol, H78
and H. Yeah.
GTR and BK trying to cling on to the back of them. And
well, BK could be well playing the long game with the amount of fuel he's got.
The D's had another issue. He's dropped way off the back now.
Yeah, he's slowed down a lot now. Do you think he got a bit of damage? Is the damage on here? I don't know.
No, I just had a look at the map, and I think he's had a spin.
Okay.
We'll go back to the battle for fourth.
Yeah, they all come round the hairpin now, quite still tightly bunched, jostling around for position. It looks like Friday's also catching up to these three squabbling here a little bit, catching up. Cars squiggle and squirm around there as they try and get the power down.
H is in the slipstream as well.
Like he's got some slipstream. Is he going to be brave and try and sling one around the inside, or is he going to hang on? I think you're going to have to hang on there.
Didn't have the straight line speeds. That was interesting. Maybe running a bit more aero.
It's one of them tracks where you know you can't really gamble too much. You've got to make that move stick because you can't run wide. You're on the grass. It's all over. So you've got to be really confident with your overtaking. But these three have actually put in away. It looked like. Oh, we got a spinner.
Soul's gone.
Soul's lost the rear end of the car there.
He's going to end up just in front of Goose by the looks of it.
It's exactly what I was saying about, you know, pushing the cars too much at this early stage. You go off and it's really unforgiving.
Oh, Goose
He's
is
pitting. Goose is pitting.
Well, this is early.
He's got a lot of fuel left, Vern, so it's not for that.
Maybe he's just going early.
Just to get it out of the way, yeah.
Get out of the way and have some clean space.
Yeah, it looked like he ran over his fuel, dude, then. Little splash. And away he goes.
So, yeah, so now he's got a load of clean air to play with. Well,
yeah, now he's got to be really banging in some good laps now, though, while all these guys are still out front. Carl is 3 seconds in front of Friday.
Yeah, he's gone.
And he's still putting in green lap times, sector times. So he's pushing away. Friday's doing a great job. Not, you know, he's not doing anything wrong. He's not making mistakes. It's just Carl seems to be quicker today at the moment.
Same with Wham Bam. He's not doing really anything wrong either, to be honest.
No, just. Now, could these guys behind Carl, could they be a bit trickier, and could they maybe pit and try and get a bit of a jump on Carl when he pits, if and when that may be? Is it worth the undercut? I can't see that the undercut or overcut's going to be much of a...
There won't be too much, obviously...
Much of an advantage.
You'd want to do it sooner rather than later if you were going to do that, so you have the advantage of the newer tyres.
Well, the only thing I think it'd be an advantage to would be people running in maybe slightly dirty air, people who have got cars in front of them that are slowing you up, but Carl's not got that, so... No
one really, apart from the battle for 4th. There you go, GTP has snuck up there now to 6th. BW 7th, Soul in 8th. BK's dropped down to 9th now. Looks like that heavier fuel load might be taking its effect a little bit. As VW lines up GTP. No, not close enough to make a move there.
Yep, sorry about that, Bernard, some technical issues.
It's Brands, it's alright.
Bit of rain in the commentary box. So we've still got this battle going on then for...
This is P6, 7 and 8.
Okay.
GTP.
And what's happening with the guys... What's happening with the guys in front of them for with Soul and H?
Slicker and H, they're
still quite close there, aren't
about
they?
half a second apart.
Yep. Okay.
And then you got Wham Bam.
Well, we're getting into like lap 7 now of 21, so at the moment I think the only person who's pitted is Goose. But I would assume, and I'm only assuming again, that most of these guys are going to want to start pitting fairly soon. Lap 10 and 11 maybe, you know, halfway would make sense, no?
Well, Goose, last week, pitted on the penultimate lap. He went really bizarre with his strategy. Pitting on the second to last lap. It didn't work out for him, but he tried something.
But he tried it anyway.
He tried it, and it didn't work. So he's gone the other way this week. He's gone really early.
Yeah, well, I like a trier. I prefer a trier.
Carl now 5 seconds in the lead after 7 laps.
And still really going as well. I mean, admittedly, he has gone a little bit slow there, but he's gaining every lap.
Yeah. He's not losing any time at all.
Which is very impressive round here.
Well, H78 is still looking to get away by Slicker. Oh, was that Slicker just touching the gravel there?
Yeah, a little bit. I think there's a little bit of pressure there from H. She's putting him under, maybe trying to force him into a mistake. As I said, this track's quite hard for an overtake, so maybe some of the best chances you get are to force the other driver in front to make an error.
Yeah. Yeah, there isn't, apart from turn 2, the hairpin, the rest of the corners are all fairly sort of mid to high speed corners.
And with the danger of the grass as well and the runoff, it's, you know, you make a mistake and it's race over. You go from hero to zero very, very quickly.
Yeah, most certainly, definitely. Sol's now back up to 6th. He's managed to get by VW and GTP. And he's now on a bit of his recovery drive. How's Goose doing? 43 seconds off the lead.
That's not enough.
Gaining on the guys ahead of him by the looks of it. But not by much.
No, I don't think that's enough. He needs a bit more pace. Come on, Goose. Get your foot down. It's any way that's going to work. Otherwise, you'll. That's the trouble with the pit stops here. You see, you're not really going to gain or lose much from them, are you?
Sol's committed to the pits now.
Okay.
Really slowly in as well.
Very, very slowly, yeah. Very slow pitting. No fuel. Held in the box a little while there.
He's not pulling away. The lollipop man's lifted the...
You got a penalty, do you think?
Maybe. BK's in as well.
Right, there goes BK. Maybe that's what he's waiting for.
That was a long hold, though.
Maybe they didn't want the unsafe release, but you're right. They
BK's
was held
gone
in the box
straight through.
At least a couple of seconds, yeah. Very strange pit stops there.
Yeah, can't explain that.
Sorry about that, guys and girls. But we are as miffed as you on that one.
The H is still all over the back of Slicker.
Now, he's definitely got to be trying to wear him down. As I say, it's very difficult to overtake here, but it looks like he's got a brilliant exit on that corner. If he can just stick with him now around the final bend, maybe get a bit of a toe down the straight and sling one up the inside at Paddock Hill. But I don't think he's quite got it this lap.
I've just been reliably informed that Sol's pit stop also included some repair of damage. That's why he was held.
Then, so that would explain the length of time that we didn't see. Bit of duct tape.
Yeah. Bit of stamping on the bodywork to flatten it out, and away you go. We're just approaching half distance now. And Cole, 7 seconds up the road.
Although he's yet to pit, and you know, maybe he might have a long pit stop as well.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think he will, so I don't recall him hitting anyone in this race.
No.
So
I'm just maybe, you know, wishful thinking, maybe.
Yeah. You're just hoping a tree will fall in front of him or something, are you?
Yeah. That happens all the time in Brands Hatch.
Yeah, of course.
We get random people on the track.
Friday goes round again. Wham Bam as well. Wham Bam looks like he's closing in on Friday now. Looks like he's ever so slowly catching up.
But his fuel's going down an awful lot. He's only got 3 litres. That's not going to last him long.
He'll need a pit in the next couple of laps to obviously to sort that out, which will also lengthen his pit stop time. Might cost him.
Yeah.
H is still pressurising.
He must be getting sick in the sight of that, the gearbox of that Ginetta.
The problem is for him, I think he would like to potentially stop as the D is in again.
Is he pitting? Is this his second pit? Oh, this is for fuel,
it's for
right?
fuel. This will be for fuel. Yeah, he's only got 1.7 litres. So this will be for fuel. But yeah, I think H would like to pit to maybe try and
maybe
jump.
what I was saying earlier, maybe he should have pitted. Maybe he should have pitted a lap or two ago.
I'm just wondering whether, because he hasn't really got a gap behind him, he would come out with the likes of VW and GTP, I reckon, if he boxed now.
Yeah.
So
Well, maybe you stay out and do whatever they don't do.
Maybe he's waiting for Slicker to pit, and then he'll pit the lap later.
Yeah, he's going to do whatever he don't do. Ideally, he should pit on this lap to optimise the strategy, but if Slicker doesn't pit, then he should stay out.
Oh, we've got Friday and Wham Bam both pitting this time. So this is second and third in.
Yep. Battle of the pit crews. That's going to work.
Oh, and H is in as well. There you go.
It's a great stop. Yep.
This is
He's had enough. He's had enough of staring at the back of that car.
Oh, nearly runs over his mechanics as well. Oh, maybe a bit of damage there. Oh.
Bit of fuel.
I think there might be damage repairs. The fuel man's not doing anything.
No. But the
Single
fuel
one.
looks like it's gone in. Not a very good pit thing, that, but not very informative.
Oh, look at that. Goose is in front of them.
So that early pit stop that he did in the beginning of the race is now paying dividends. Pushing Goose up to 6th.
That should. He will definitely be up to 4th by the time everyone pits, because GTP and VW are yet to box. He might even jump Slicker as well, so Goose might find himself in the podium places.
Yeah, with that early pit stop, so it was a good call, even though we weren't, we was doubting it at first. It might have been a good shout.
Cole goes around again. D is now a lap down, by the way.
Yeah, but he's pitted.
Or Slicker box. I wonder if Slicker will box to cover it off. Yes, he will.
Yep. We had to, really, didn't he?
Yeah, no choice. No fuel going in, just tyres.
Just tyres, yeah.
Bit holding as well.
That looks like damage repairs.
Yep. Where would this put him? Here comes
He's
Goose.
been held an awful long time.
Goose
Jeez.
is through. He's only leaving the pits now. There comes Wham Bam. This might be close. No, it won't be close. Wham Bam's through.
Yeah, exactly. So this could mean that when Cole pits, he could be held in the pit ages. Maybe.
So the only one to pit is VW and Cole. Yeah, they're the only two I think yet to pit.
It's Friday.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
What's going on there?
that BK.
It is BK. There's debris on the track there. It looks like this.
Well, I was told by the team he was going to be interesting to watch. I didn't realise he was going to be rearranging the advertising boards.
I'm going to stay on board with Friday to see if that debris stays on the track or whether it gets moved out of the way.
Here, if there is.
Coming around.
Well,
No.
oh, there it is. Yep, right there.
Oh,
look.
right there. Looks
He
like it
just
has.
hit it.
And yeah, and again. Oh,
Okay, well done, BK.
he's added an extra chicane.
Yep, you might have to be a bit careful there. That might have cost some damage.
VW pits now. So Goose now. I think VW's overshot his pits.
Overshot his pit. He had to reverse back into his pit box.
I have.
Wow. I don't think I've seen that from any in racing.
Probably since the Mansell era, innit?
I'm just trying to think. I don't think I remember anyone reversing. I remember a few people missing their boxes, but not reversing back into it. I thought that was disqualification.
So yeah, look, Goose, as we thought, it's in P3. Look at that. And Cole does pit now.
Someone's in the box. Yep, someone's in the box. He's our leader. Let's see what happens with our race leader here. He's got quite a lot of fuel, so let's not expect him to stay here too long.
Yeah, it should just be a tyre change, this. And he's out already.
He goes. Yep, one of the shortest stops we've seen tonight.
Loads of clear space in front of him.
1 minute in front of Friday.
No, that's just adjusted to 7 seconds.
Sorry, he's 7 seconds. Okay, yeah.
I think there's a little timing glitch there.
Which, well, it's still, you know, not too bad.
It's about the same as it was.
Yeah, Friday's, you know, I don't think he's lost anything. He's not gained anything through the stops, but they all need to push. If they need anything now, they need to push. We're running out of laps.
But Goose says, yep, Goose now P3. He'll be ecstatic with that, I think. If it's in now.
Brilliant strategy by the Goose.
And we've got H and VW battling for P4. Oh, the line of cars here. Wham Bam's in there, Slicker and Sol. 4th through 8th, all on the pit straight.
So it looks like we're going to have a 6-lap battle.
Yep, 4th through 8th, 5 seconds apart.
Yep. It'll be Coles to throw away, but we've got a good, interesting battle here for the points.
Oh, we've got a spinner. Slicker spun.
Slicker's lost it on the Graham Hill.
So that's one of them out the way. One of them out the running now. Sol bit detached.
Well, he might better catch these three. That if they squabble a bit and, you know, maybe have a few incidents, he might better catch up again.
He'll need to hope for that. So I think just through generic pace, I don't think he's got enough time to maybe claw that back.
No.
Gap's down to 6.4 at the, or 6.5 seconds at the top between the leaders. So it's slowly coming down, that gap.
You know, I wonder why that is. Do you think Cole's backed off a little bit?
Maybe just taking it easy, make sure he doesn't make a mistake.
Yeah, save a little bit. Yeah. He hasn't really got anything really to prove at the moment, so he might as well take it easy.
Now, how easy can Wham Bam find a way past VW? Oh, well, VW runs a little bit wide.
Shows him the inside, which shuts the door. We're on board now with Wham, staring at the back of VW's Ginetta as they run down Hawthorne Hill. The fast right-hander.
A little bit of dust kicking up, but that's normal.
A little bit of dust being kicked up, yeah, as he runs a little bit, catches it inside of the curb.
Oh, VW losing it a little bit. He's now compromised into Dingledale. Oh, a little bit wide for Wham Bam there as well, but keeps it steady.
He's going to get a good run on him now, down into clearways. Hopefully onto the home straight. Keeps the car nice and tidy. Dances it over a little bit to the right. Tries to get a bit slipstream.
Oh, is he going to throw it up the inside? He's close.
That braking zone.
No.
Chuck the car in. Catch a bit of curb on the exit. Not too much. Beautiful. under the bridge.
VW
Slam
holding
on
the
the anchors. Gets
Oh.
gets a little bit squirrely on the inside, but
Oh, he's been hit.
and he loses
Oh no,
the
he
back of the
spun
car.
it. He spun it. I thought he might have got hit, but he wasn't. He's just purely lost it.
A little bit too heavy on the old throttle there, but
And that's...
he's recovered the car well.
He's now behind Slicker though, who spun the lap before. So that's relieved the pressure on VW and H as well. Wham now finds himself second and a half behind Slicker.
I'm coming up now to the closing stages.
Gap's under 6 seconds at the front, so Carwoy's just taking it steady. He has got traffic as well.
That is that BK, he's coming up to that.
Yeah, it is.
BK's quite mindful. He should jump out of his way pretty quick. Although I'm fairly sure the people behind Carl.
Nope.
Oh,
yeah,
BK's gone a little bit wide.
I think that's a combination of both. He ended up just going on the grass to give him the room. Carwoy's through. Looks like he's also got... Oh no, Cole also runs wide though. Doesn't want to do that too often. Not want to risk spinning out.
A little bit of dirt in BK's face.
Because Friday, as I said, is now within 6 seconds.
Yeah, he's catching him slowly. A few tenths.
Cole does a 30.8 last time round. Friday, 30.3. So half a second found that lap. Goose all on his own in P3. Like, third place is pretty much guaranteed. You just got to keep it steady.
Yeah, he's done another a quick lap though there.
Yeah.
Another personal best, I think.
30.6. Even he was even quicker than the leader that time round.
Yeah. So it looks like his early fuel and tyre pit stop was
It's paid off.
maybe the way to go. Yeah.
VW is getting ever closer to H now. These guys are in the 31s. Running out of laps now for VW to have a go. 2 to go, and VW again is wide at the hairpin. He's not been able to get that car slowed down up there.
Well, you get such a good run down the hill, aren't you? Jumping on them brakes as well as turning the car. If it was that easy, Vern, I wouldn't be sitting up here with you.
Yeah.
So we're on to lap 20 now. Lap 21. Had a dominant performance this afternoon by Cole. Showed us all how to drive these Ginettas.
Yeah, Carl and Friday have just had a very clean and tidy race. But Carl has just had that little bit of extra pace to just keep him out in front. No one's been able to really get near him. This battle for fourth still goes on, but VW just can't get close enough for H to probably feel a little bit under pressure, to be honest. I think H will be quite comfortable with the gap being just over a second there.
Yeah, it looks like he's pegging him. So maybe he's got a bit more straight line.
As Cole comes up to the D to lap him, flashing his lights. As Cole now has come around to start the final lap.
So we're on the last lap now. Been a dominant drive this afternoon by number 18.
Cole, who was gutted he missed the first round because he didn't ready up. Even though he qualified on pole, he got the point for pole position. Because he didn't ready up, he didn't get to race. And he had a real point to prove today.
Well, we certainly come back this afternoon and showed us all how to do it, so that's definitely made amends for that mishap.
Yeah, Friday.
Final time now. Final time he barrels the car down the hill. Not many battles on track, Vern, to be honest with you.
No,
there's been quite a few going on, but it's all lined out now.
VW's fallen a couple of seconds, second and a half behind H now, so that battle for fourth looks like it's done. There isn't really, looking at the split times on, there isn't anyone really in close proximity.
Nope.
It's Cole coming around to the final corner now.
Yep, coming down the final bend. Over the start finish line. Brilliant. Good drive.
Cole
good drive.
takes a very, very, very dominant win. Friday, a very comfortable,
nice, yep.
Very comfortable second place.
Brilliant drive again, Friday. Well done, mate.
And Goose, after that early mishap, he will be absolutely ecstatic with that third place, I feel.
Yeah, I think that's going to be my driver of the day, is young Goose there. I think that strategy, we was all calling it into question, but paid off nicely. Gets himself
there's
on
a
the
spin about
podium.
there. Someone's spinning over the line there.
That'll be BK. I'll have money on that.
H is going to come through in fourth. He's held off the challenge from VW.
Yeah, a good drive there as well from our new driver. Brilliant. Well done, H. Kept your nose clean. Good race.
H in fourth, VW fifth. Slicker will come through in P6 with Sol not far behind him. And Wham Bam not far behind him either in 8th.
Yeah, good drive by all these guys here this afternoon. So these cars are a bit of a handful.
Yeah, and GTP, there we go, the time's run out. And I win a trophy for being called the director. There we go, perfect.
Wonderful. Oh, thanks for letting me sit alongside you this evening, Vern.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure having you alongside me, mate.
Yep, thanks, dude. And thanks again for watching, guys and girls.
So Cole takes a dominant win, 6.2 seconds in the end. The only guy to have a fastest lap under 1 minute 30. Friday second, Goose third. With HVW, Slicker, Sol, Wham Bam, GTP, the D and BK. BK actually having 3 seconds of penalties as well.
Well, of course he was going to get some penalties.
At the end there. And that was round 2 of the Ginetta GT4 Championship.
Yeah, it's very good, very good. Good racing.
Round
Where
3.
are they next week, Vernon, do you know?
I'm just about to look it up on my phone, so bear with me for a second. There we go. So yeah, next round 3 is at Alton Park Island. So the short
nice.
circuit at Alton Park. That'll be the same time next Saturday, 8 o'clock. But the next event you'll see at Race Station will be tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock, with the F2 League racing around Spain. And it'll be myself and SH who will be your commentators. So we'll look forward to see you then. Thank you for watching and good night, everyone.
Good night.